Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're actually kicking this out as part of an experiment. It's we got something going on in the Discord, and I want to see how this one is going to go. So we're actually doing it's not really a comparison video, man. Look, I'm getting out my thoughts on these because I'm invested in both of them, and I need to see which way I'm going to go. So we're talking Juno and Archway. Now, Juno, we already know what Juno is. I've done Juno videos. I'm not a fan. They're tokenomics. The halving. We'll see what happens to it. It's nice now because it's pumping, and usually that's enough for people to start splashing the memes around. And oh my God, look at this! And you better hurry. I saw one today on Twitter that you better hurry. This is your last chance to get Juno this cheap. And I think you probably got some time. If you're interested in this ecosystem, I think you got plenty of time. There's no real last call on this one. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is because Juno, which is permissionless, it's a parking lot, build it and they will come. And Archway, which is effectively a direct competitor to Juno. But I'm kind of stuck on this one because I literally have to invest in Archway, and I don't want to. I really, really, really don't want to because Archways, for all intents and purposes, it's Juno 2.0. It's Juno with makeup and a manicure. But there's, aside from Astroport, there is, I'm sorry, he's going to kill me because I'm not going to edit. Aside from astrovault.io, there's really nothing going up on Archway either. So Juno is sitting here with a very barren landscape, a lot of smart contracts, terrible tokens, and all that. But Archway is effectively doing the same thing. So it kind of makes me wonder, what were you thinking? I mean, that I'll put it out there. You gonna have to capture some kind of get some developers on your chain building something that people want, not just building for the sake of building or more tools or more NFT projects or XYZ, but actually building something that somebody wants, because that's how you're going to generate revenue. You are still an ecosystem token that has no real value capture mechanism to yourself. So you're going to have to fill the mall. Right now, it's just everything's for lease, and you guys are going to have to do it. Now, the problem is that I'm going to be stuck in Archway, and I don't want to be. Now, why am I going to be stuck? I'm going to be stuck because, and this is astrovault.io, by the way. The reason that I'm going to be stuck is because of a few of these pairings over here. Now, you guys know I'm big in Jackal, and unfortunately, a very large pool over here is Jackal and Xarch. Now, that's good if you're just coming there to buy it. It works out really, really well. The problem is that it's going to have to eat the Archway volatility. So we ran a little experiment last night on the live stream, and if you caught the live stream, by the way, thank you. It means the world to me that you guys keep tuning in. But I bought $4,000 or $5,000 worth. I think it was like $4,000, just to see if the number would move, and it absolutely did. But it not only moved the Archway number, it actually also moved the Jackal number. It moved the center number. That's this one over here, which is another project that, great project, by the way. It's a browser, man. If you want to, you're Cosmos people, you want to support the Cosmos, use the Cosmos browser, and that happens to be Decenter. But it doesn't cost you nothing, man. It's just, if you're familiar with Brave, you'll be familiar with Decenter. Decenter's got a little bit more privacy to it because they took all of these calls back to Google. They just stripped it out of the code. It's Chromium. Or I'm sorry, it's Chromium. So they just stripped all the calls out. But the place where I'm stuck in right now is because these pools are so large over here on Astrovault. It works out very, very well for the traders, but it adds a layer of difficulty to the investors, that being me, is that I have to support an ecosystem token to support the other tokens that I have up on this DEX, and it's kind of a problem. So unfortunately, I guess for Juno, I'm scalping the hell out of Juno. so that I can turn it around and buy Archway with it. And I really don't want to. I would prefer, because Juno's already been there, man. They've already had the legs. They've had the ups, they've had the downs. They definitely had the downs. So it seems like they've learned their lessons. So the things that are going up over there on Archway could easily go up over on Juno. But I think Juno's pretty much out of money. So they tried. They funded like 3 or 4 dexes. I mean, Wind and Loop and all these other things. And Juno put a lot of money into these things. And they just went completely tits up because they were bad models. They were bad dexes, bad models. You absolutely wrecked investors, and nobody's going to trust you again. I mean, honestly, if you had a Juno people, developers, anybody over there, if you want to fund Astrovault, I got a hunch they'd move right over your direction, so you could actually have a revenue generating DEX over on your project. But yeah, man, it's a pickle. This is really a pickle. Archway, again, is going to be in the same state that Juno's in, and it's really, really easy to illustrate here. Here's Juno over a year. I can't show Archway over a year because they haven't been out a year yet, but I got a hunch when I show you this particular chart and we blow it out as long as it'll go. It looks eerily familiar, doesn't it? See, now this is the parking lot model. This is the build it and they will come model. And yeah, there's a little bit of a problem here. Now, I'm stuck in that I have to support Archway until Astrovault or my tokens go somewhere else. I'm stuck that I have to support Archway, and I'm kind of hoping that they make good decisions here. That's really where it comes down to. The thing I'm most afraid of on Archway right now is their developer fund, man, is their grant committee. That's the thing that I'm more afraid of than anything else, because as soon as they give those grants out to development teams, the first thing they're going to do is liquidate those tokens. They're going to take them, bust them up, liquidate them, and now I am funding development for a project that I had no interest in or didn't even know about. So I get to carry the weight for new projects being built over there, and I don't want to. I don't want to do that. I don't want to invest in development. That's your job. That's not my job. My job is to invest in your token, hoping you're going to make good decisions. And dumping all these things off is not going to be one of those. So I'm a little bit concerned about it. Only reason I'm really making the video is so I can think through this and try to figure out which way I want to go with it. Do I want to continue to try to support this token? Because I'm scalping everything. I'm scalping a Cash. I'm scalping Kuji. I'm scalping Juno. I'm scalping anything that's going up. I'm scalping it so that I can come over and funnel it into Archway. So I'm doing I'm doing chain arbitraging here, but I'm not sure if it's sustainable. So, yeah, there you go. Now, for the Juno people, no one's going to make it this far. I don't kid myself anymore. For the Juno folks that made it down this far and you want to know how much longer this token is going to pump, my guess is probably not much longer. It ran up. It did step away because it had a really, really nice percentage bump. I mean, you can't complain about that. I made a bunch of money. I'm thrilled with it. But is it going to sustain? I don't see how. I don't see how it's going to sustain without some kind of news or some kind of seriousness. We have this that's going to be building up over here. Then it's just a speculative pump. It carried some of it with Bitcoin. Everyone, market sentiment's back. Hey, let's all go make money. But when people are done making money, they're going to dump. And I'm in it as long as it stays up. But as long as it stays up and continues going up. But as soon as it stops, man, I'm out. All right, and I'm not alone on here, so don't dig in on this one too much. I don't know, man. Unless it's your thing, then keep going. So anyway, guys, a very disjointed video, but again, I wanted to just make this comparison, and it is literally for the Discord, so that because I'm predicting less than 60 views on it. The two things I'm talking about, people have no interest in right now, and the deeper elements of crypto, how this all works. I don't think people have too much interest in that either, or they just don't want me, giving my 2 cents on it. So anyway, guys, that's it. Questions, comments, skythepodcast.com. I answer any and all. And until next time, please stay safe. Please be smart with your money. Cheers.